Whoa. Well, hey folks, Fat Guy Flies RC. All right, this is the maiden flight of the all-new X-Fly J-65 Twin 40 EDF. Now this, of course, obviously I got the red and white one. I figured it would look good against our sky because we have a lot of plain blue sky days here, which is great. In the unboxing build, I was going to put in an AR-630, but instead I decided on a Lemon RX Gen 2 with stabilizer. Well, both of them have wind gyro, but it just seemed to work out better. I like the way the Gen 2s work, and this has the text gen where you can operate it by the radio. But don't ask me to try to teach that because that's kind of complicated, a lot more complicated than Spectrum. But that's what I put in there. Got a 2600 4S Yahoo a graphene battery. Right, left, up, down, right, left. It is very, very windy. I did program flaperons. I didn't use the Y that came with it. I programmed flaperons, but I definitely will not be using them today, as windy as it is. So, timer set for 4.5 minutes. Got the biggest battery that it calls for, which is a 2600. And the steering, I wish the steering was on a separate servo. If the steering had been on a separate servo, I would have put a Spectrum receiver in there and then used the nose wheel gyro. But it is windy. Really, it's too windy to be flying such a small little plane, but well, y'all know me. Handles real well, but I mean it turns, I mean look at this turn radius here. Turns on a dime. So be aware of that.
Timer reset.
Okay, I'm gonna take her up in this wind. Maiden flight, here we go. I've only seen a few private video, or one private video of this thing flying from anybody else, so wow. It was off the ground before I knew it. Great flying plane. Have no idea if she's trim or not because it's so windy.
Time remaining 4 minutes.
Does need some down trim. A little bit of right aileron. All right, motor's off now. Man, that's a good flying plane right there. Handling wind like a champ. Oh, camera precious hat just blew off. Man, it's flying good. It's a good flying jet there. It's handling this wind.
Time remaining 3 minutes.
Into the wind. Look how rock solid that is. I mean, yeah, it's kind of moving, but man. Let me try to get closer to you. Try to block that sun a little bit. We're gonna land so I can pick up Camera Precious's hat. It's so windy. Takes no time, no distance at all to take off. I'm very impressed. I'd like to bring it back on a calm day. Of course, that may never happen because we don't seem to have calm wind days anymore. All right, baby, here's your hat back. All right, continuing on, we got Camera Precious's hat back on. Look at that. And that took off by half throttle. Of course, into the wind. Passengers are like, whoa, 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 what happened? What happened? What happened?
Time remaining 2 minutes.
Now you do have to have a decent amount of elevator with some left over for inverted. But I'm not surprised with the way that elevator is configured. Not much of a roll rate, but that's okay. I don't even want to try stall testing today. It's just too windy. But I'm very, very impressed. All right, turn the gyro back actually on a little bit. I had almost all the way completely off. Maybe it'll fly better now. Flying really, really good though. Whoa, that wind.
Motors are off and silent.
You can see my shirt. Well, tough little plane. There looks to be 0 damage. It's fine. We just get a break and, well, hey, the wind kind of stopped for a second. Still got a minute. Let's take it off and do another landing. Try to redeem ourselves.
Motor's hot and will burn you.
All right, here we go. It takes off like a dream. Man, it takes off so good. Woo! Saved her. Powered out of it.
30 seconds.
Definitely not a strong wind day plane. All right. Saved it. Finally got a good landing. Honey, if you pan right, show them the flags that we're dealing with, what we're dealing with here, so people can appreciate it.
20 seconds. Braking.
Oh yeah, it's got thrust reverse.
10.
Not that I'm using it correctly.
Braking.
All right,
Cruise mode.
all right, we're going to share the rates from here. I was in my high rates the entire time. That was the Maiden flight and crashes and flight and crashes. Ailerons are 100% with 30% expo. Elevator 100% with 30% expo. And rudder is 100% but with 50% expo. That's to help soften that steering. Now, I do have flaperons. I have no mix put in because I have no idea how well it would work. Takeoff or land or no flaps is 0. Takeoff, you look, those ailerons come down just a touch, that's 40%, and then down to 100% for landing flaps. And I still have a little bit of aileron authority, but I don't dare try it today. I just did it because I could. All right, but that's my rates as far as flying rates, pretty simple. The gyro is adjustable on the knob, so I couldn't even tell you what the actual rate gains are. Good looking little plane. Let's check the battery, and I'll show you battery replacement if you'll go to autofocus. Okay, we had a minute or 1 second left on a 4.5 minute timer.
Timer reset.
4.5 minutes. We had 1 second left on 4.5 minutes. Show you my battery replacement. That's a 2600 4S Yahoo brand from Amazon. All the way forward on the wood tray. If you go any further up into the foam there, that way it kicks up, then the hatch won't fit. So that's as far forward as I can get it. And let's see how much we have left. Then I got the 7-channel Lemon RX back there, back behind, I forgot to show that, with it antennas at 90 degrees from each other. Let's check our battery. Oh, good on the battery. 46% left after 4.5 minutes, so really you could set your timer for 5.5, maybe 6 minutes with throttle management, and that's 3.8, 3.8, 3.8, 3.8, 3.8 per cell. So that's really for a jet, twin motors at that, that's really good. I would love lights, I would love flaps, okay. But this is a $185 plane. It's a small 4S plane. Flies really good. The only thing I've modded is I gave her a clear coat of my polyacrylic by Minwax. You have a plastic nose cone. The gear are easily removed. Our saying just the nose gear just pops out from our stand. I'm going to keep the gear. I've got a runway. And the mains just pop out. CG is 170 millimeters back from the leading edge root, which is here, which there actually has CG marks on there. Let me laughingly try to check the CG in this wind. I'll actually put them on the stickers and hopefully not drop my plane, block the wind. But it's hard to tell with this wind. You just have to trust me. She's balance is pretty good right there, but that's all the way forward. I found that when you no battery in there, she's grossly tail heavy, so you've got to have that battery. And you can't go any further unless your battery is a little bit thinner and would fit further up in there, but because the battery hatch won't fit otherwise. There is a little bit of a gap with this. I have found for whatever reason, X-Fly makes a great quality plane, but they always seem, their hatches on their smaller planes never seem to fit just well. They seem to have a little bit of distortion, but this isn't that bad. This isn't that bad. Alrighty folks, so there you go. That was the maiden flight with a couple of tumbles, but plane is, there's no problem. These wingtips here, the winglets, they're hard plastic, so that's good. And there's a lot of plastic. You need no glue to put the plane together. It's all just a 2mm hex drive is all you need to put it together, and they do supply a little Allen wrench for that. And all the control servos were hooked up, so I'm happy with them. And there you go. God bless y'all. Don't forget, folks, faith, family, and friend, God is good. Camera precious, thank you for filming. And that's the X-Fly Twin 40 J-65 business jet. See you later. Bye-bye.